So mungkin the afternoon we continue. Introduction to MATLAB. So this is the interface. This is for so this is the 2025 MATLAB interface. Similar. They have home plot apps. So exit. This is
Hello, doctor. Can't really
yeah.
hear you, doctor.
Is it clear?
Suara
Clear
tak.
sangat sih.
Sure. Station in the notebook. Just disable dulu. So the new things here is space and have co-pilot. We should this is the workspace. One window the same system. Current folder now it's gone. I'll yeah, it's similar. So start your MATLAB. You have your MATLAB with you. Your MATLAB or MATLAB online can as well. You can perform the calculation in the command window. Similarly, it will be calculation. Simply big calculator. Even most of the syntax is the same, though this is a multiplication symbol cos pi. So pi here we put it to pi. It's pi. Okay, pi. Kita cos pi. Langsung aja pos. Exercise. That have no expression in MATLAB, but the command is a 30. Try first. Minute to minute. Kan? Soalan? So we have a command window. This is the command window. So command window is where you do the code like this. If you want to save the command sequence, you will need to use the thing you do. It script still is a file. Still going to file. Similar. It's script. Script. So by doing this, can because in command window you can save. So how to save the code? So you do the script file. The one selected. So command history, you record the command that you issue in the command menu. Command history. History. Right. It does not open in the default view, but you can edit your desktop by selecting layout, command history, and check doc. Show you layout. So command history. This is the latest one. Pi equals pi. This is England. So this section, okay. You can transfer any command from the command system to the command unit by double clicking, which is as a click to declare double clicking plus pi. If you able command window. The workspace window. So the workspace window keep tracks the variable that you define as to execute command to the command window. This variable represent values stored in the command window which are available for you to use. The yellow bit, not sure which MATLAB version do you use. If you use 2024, it's slightly different. 2024 doesn't have copilot chip. Here it's a workspace. Okay, so this is what is it? Workspace window. So the yellow grid like symbol indicated variable and ends. The variable ends uncertain. Same array. The size 1 times 1 tell us that is a single value. One row by one row, or therefore a scalar. You can define additional variable in the command window and they will be listed in the space window. Equal to 5. If you don't define it, you know, use anything. You can enter a simple one-dimensional metric when helping like this data. So this is a metric. Vector. This is one-dimensional metric. The other commas are optional. You would get the same result with P134. So you put commas so that you see comma. Or comma tidak ada. You just put commas, same, just with space. So time. Notice the variable b has been added to the workspace window. That is a one-time for array. You can define two-dimensional matrices in a similar fashion, so you can use this separately. For example, mm, this 154, so use semicolon to separate a row. So this is a row in this direction. This is column. So column yang menegak, row yang mendekat. So 1, 2, 3, 4, one row. Next row is 10, 20, 30, 40. Another row, 5, 10, 50. So you have 3 row, 4 column. Find out which variable have been using by using the whos command. Like whos type whos. So this is the command set the workspace showing the variable. If you write clear, it will clear the space. Current folder of file. The current folder window lists all the file in the active directory. So when MATLAB either access file or set information, it uses the current folder. So all the current directory stored differently. The current folder is listed at the top of the main window. This is the address where the command is located inside the directory. In this case, it's user. Okay. So the current folder can be changed by selecting another directory from the drop-down is located next to the listing of using through the file. Permitted change. Just use the current folder. And we have a document window. Double-clicking any variable listed in the workspace window automatically launches the document window containing the variable enter. So like this, like Excel. So you put the semicolon at the end to suppress the command. The command is there. Cannot see it. So you dapat clicking the variable in the workspace window. It will appear in document window. This is the document window. Okay, let's see. File. So symbol. It's a graphic window. So the graphic window launches when you request a graph. So to request a graph, we use plot command. In this case, plot XY, but X and Y is referring to a set of numbers or value. So, so to do that, we need to define X and Y first. Then we type in dot XY. So when you click enter here, another window will is take times depending on the complexity of the graph. So this is a GD1. See below this one. How to save your work. So to save the diary function, now to record a MATLAB command window session in a file, leave it later leave it for later review of the MATLAB command and the result is stored clicking on stick. Okay, so to do that, you type diary on or diary in the command. So it will record here. Later, your see in the file there, it's a new file. It's called here. So to end the recording session, tap diary again or diary off. Tap diary off. Oh, yes. Yeah, ready. So you can active the file by double clicking on the file name of the one other folder. This is all the command in the command menu. For you to review later. If you prefer to store the diary session in a different file, specify the file name like this. Diary, so we have apa nama bracket tu? This bracket, then you write your file. Cannot use space. You can use that underscore. Same variable to preserve the value stored in the locally created in the command window. Check the workspace. So you can store the variable as well. We call a bed file. So this is the directory. Document and MATLAB. You could also choose to save the workspace from the two step which will probably to enter a file name for your data. So what is workspace? So the entire workspace, how to save it? Let's start save workspace. Well, you need to know later on in case you want to restore it back. You can use this method. So to clear both the command and the workspace window, verify the workspace by checking the workspace or by typing boost. So you type clear CLC, this, it will clear everything. So now define several variable, this ABC, check the workspace window once again to confirm that variable have been stored. Now save the workspace to file called my example file. Let's try this one. Okay. We have workspace ABC. So we can save sample file. See, this is the entire workspace. My example file in MAT file. Confirm that any file is stored in one folder. Now clear the workspace and remove by typing clear CLC. So type clear CLC again. Not big, so not much. Sample file. So you see, our workspace, the ABC with the given. See, A is 5, 3, 3, 4, 4, right? So now variable, see variable. Although you can solve many problems, like the calculator, reducing, you want to give them to the root. So MATLAB uses the naming convention. Common to most computer program, all name must start with a letter. Name the variable start with the letter A until Z. The name can be any of any name, but the first 63 letter I use the name length max common. Confirm this. The only allowable character are letter number and the underscore. You can check to see if the variable is allowed using this target. This is a standard in computer language to number one constant is two, zero will false. Let's try. So is variable time. So what does this variable use? Use this variable to see if the variable name is allowed in the MATLAB. Stop. So, so it's correct. Can you start? Start correct. How about this value repeats? Remember, it's either letter, number, or underscore. So dash is not start. So this is false. So you cannot use full dash beam variable name. So a laser for this of keyword for use by the program which include the assign as variable name. So the is keyword command causes MATLAB to list this preserve name. This is one of the example. Let's see it. Scene 4 is scene is to, it's a command for sign. So if you assign the scene to a number, meaning making scene, it's the variable, not a code. So next time you use scene here, it's you get a or error because it's not to calculate scene 3. It's actually a scene as a 4 in bracket 3. So, how to do it? Can check whether if a variable is a built-in MATLAB function by using the which command. So let's see which scene. So scene is a variable. You can clear the scene. Type in which scene. See, scene is a built-in command for the MATLAB. Okay, exercise. Which of the following names are allowed in MATLAB that will prediction? Then test them with the is name, is keyword, and which command. So test if is a variable, my book is not variable, my book with underscore, yes, that one is a variable. This is one very, very long and but is it allowed? It's not because it should be number letter or underscore one, yes. Question mark, first group, cannot, it should be start with the letter. One, yes, is a variable. Number 9 is a variable. Number 10 is not. Scene log is you can use it as a variable. It's Jesus. The basic data type in MATLAB is the metric. A single value is called a scalar. Even a single value is a metric. Okay. So MATLAB is good if you do code for in metric form. MATLAB is the best. Everything is actually a metric, even 1 times 1. A list of value arranged in either a column or a row is a one-dimensional geometry called a vector. Scalar operation. So for scalar operation, plus minus, multiplication, subtraction, or division, exponentiation. So the MATLAB system is as follows: plus minus, so step, extended, extended, slash, this one is shift 6. So the order of operation is similar to mathematics centered algebra. So first, we perform the calculation inside the parentheses, working from the innermost to the outermost, the dalam keluar. Next, it will perform exponentiation first, then multiplication and division, from left to right, then finally addition and subtraction, from left to right. It's the order of operation here. MATLAB, similar to math. To better understand the pattern of the order of operation, consider the calculation involved in finding the surface area of a right circular cylinder. The surface area is the sum of the areas of the two circular bases and the area of the curved surface between them. So if we let the height of the cylinder be 10 plus 10 cm and the radius 5 cm, the following MATLAB code can be used to find the surface area. So this so you need to define radius and height first, which is that command window. See the workspace height and radius variable appear. Then you do the calculation. So, mm, see what happened? It will do the multiplication. Exponentiation. Similar. Last is last. Sini, radius datang dulu. Calculate this one. Another way to make computer code more readable is to break long expression into multiple statements. That one is correct to reduce state error. So we make it small form. Let's see. F equal to very long log until here, then divided by this expression. First, assign value for x, a, b, and c. That one is important. So x, a, b, and c. So x, a, b, and c will have a, b, c will have a new value. Last time we have defined certain value for the a, b, c. will redefine new value for it. Then define the polynomial and the denominator. So the poly is this ax squared plus bx plus c. Then the denominator is this expression for pi x squared plus cos x minus 2 multiply with, the same. So poly. So combine this component into a final equation. So log poly minus sin poly divided by denom. You see the this bracket. So it will calculate from inside to outside, innermost to outermost. Let's see. Oh, need to do exactly. Poly first. So what would seem poly? Because okay. X minus 2. Sama ada spacing. Then calculate X. Oh, ada juga. Yang sama. Oh, ini. Simpan. 0.004 for exercise. So exercise to later. Sample scalar operation wind tunnel is field biggest statistics playing between protein will be for class. The basic equation describing the properties of gases is the ideal gas law relationship studied in detail in freshman chemistry classes. The law stated PV equal to NRT. Then, okay, the one is calculation for mole and equal to M over NV. So the question is, suppose we know that the volume of air in the wind tunnel is 1,000 meter cube. Before the wind tunnel is turned on, the temperature of the air is the Kelvin. Pressure is 100 kilopascal. A very molar mass of air is approximately 29 kilogram per kilomole. Find the mass of the air in the wind tunnel. So first step, state the problem. So the problem is find the mass of air in a internal. The second step, describe the input and output. So the input is from the question, output is what you want to find. Third step, develop the hand example, meaning you need to write it, which letter you translate to MATLAB code. So VVNRT n equal to M over MW. So for n using n VVNRT, so once you get the mole from the VVNRT in the case, then plug in the equation n equal to M over MW. Then the answer is 1162.7 kg. So this is how you do it. Define the variable first. Well, here is the input T100, T300, and then you calculate for n, and substitute n to the equation n. Okay, array operation. Using MATLAB as a glorified calculator is fine. But its real strength is in metric making. Yes, it's correct. Can actually calculate a 3D metric, a few layer of metric. So it's a 3D, although you can see it's 3D. Yeah, you can do the calculation with 3D metric. The command, but just 2D, many D layers. X equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, return a row vector. 1, 2, 3, 4, X, 1, 2, 3, 4. A row is related by semicolon, the one start with you. So, okay. So semicolon here is to create another row. So what is row? Row yang mendatang. Yang menegak ialah kolom tiang. So while a complicated metric might have to be entered by hand, even in space, metric can be entered much more readily. The command b equal to 1 colon 5. So the command 1 to 1 colon 5 still it a vector 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the space, the increment is 1. See, okay. So the default increment is 1, but if you want to use different increment, put it between the first definition. So meaning we have in column like this. So the increment is like 2. So 1, 3, 5. If you want MATLAB to calculate the spacing in element, you may use the list space command, specify the initial value, the final value, and how many total values you want. So that one is linear space. That is it. So this is the initial value. Start with number 1. It will end to 10. So between 1 and 10, there's a 3 value including 1 and 10. So ada 3 value dalam vector. 3 value. So if you put the 1 here, so link 1, 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If you don't specify the number of value in the third field, the function default to generating 100 values so that t is less 1 to 10 will create an array with 100 values. Like no malah you can but it's better for the data or this. You can create logarithmically space vector with the log space command, which also require 3 inputs. The first 2 values are powers of 10, representing the initial final value in the array. The final value is the number of elements. It's similar to the lin space, but the increment is log. Not 10. So notice the first element is 10 to the power of 1. Then the last element is 10 to the power of 3. Log 10. Metric can be used in many calculations with scalar if a equal to 1, 2, 3, 5. So if you write b equal to a plus 5, it will add each of the numbers like in the trick A. Equal to plus. So 5,1 yang space reference. Okay, metric multiplication. Then we can continue next week. Question from good. I post the list that you can do.
Hi, sir. Could you help me key in the attendance manually? Because I only have one device around me.
Oh. Apa? So you are who?
My matrix ID is 112,337.
100?
112337.
Sedang dulu saya mana ya. Click on capture to set manual attended / exception. Tak ada nama user. Di another group aja.
Same goes to me, sir. I cannot scan.
Me too, sir.
Yours is?
One 108236.
Saya kajak dia bantu. Saya dapat mana? Dapat sih.
Sir, can you try again the QR code? I want to try to scan again.
Okay. So hopefully next week I can upload the video to